What is up, rockers of the Rock Nation? This is your fellow rocker here, ex-Rockerman X, and I'm here, right now, with my Money in the Bank 2015 pay-per-view review. Ugh, shit. Excuse me. But, before I say anything on it, in particular, I'd just like to say is that Money in the Bank is probably one of my least favorite pay-per-views. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy it as a pay-per-view as I would any other pay-per-view. Just, I feel like, and I constantly say this. Well, I haven't recently, but Money in the Bank should be gotten rid of as a pay-per-view and put back on the main, well, not put on as main, but put on as a regular match for WrestleMania. Just saying, let me get that on my system. And it really should be. But other than that, yeah. These are my predictions, and honestly, the match card, I'm okay with, but it just seems, like some of the matches seem really weird to me, but I guess, I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a decent card from what I can see of it, but in no particular order. Well, technically, there is technically an order, but still, let's start with a pre-show match. Bad News Barrett, or King Barrett, or Wade Barrett, or whatever you want to call him, versus R-Truth. And I have really nothing to say about this match. Again, I haven't really been watching wrestling for the past couple weeks, so I don't know what's going on with the whole feuds and why some of these matches are going. But honestly, as much as I love R-Truth, I'm going to have to say, well, not love R-Truth, but much as I like R-Truth, I'm going to have to say Bad News Barrett is Bad News Barrett, King Barrett, Wade Barrett, whoever, is most likely gonna win. That's just my opinion. So yeah, Bad News Barrett picks up the win. Now as for the main show, we have the Divas Championship match, Nikki Bella versus Paige. Now ultimately this match, I would love to see Paige win. I mean, I would love to see Paige win, by far. But from what I've recently seen and what I've tried to caught up on, definitely, no offense to anyone, as I want Paige to win. I really do want her to win. But from what I've heard of and from what I've tried to catch up on, definitely Nikki Bella is going to win. Why? Because they're going to go on and they're trying to erase AJ Lee's longest running Divas Championship title reign. Trying to get rid of CM Punk entirely since, you know, she's married to CM Punk. So they're going to try to get rid of her too. But ultimately, that's all I gotta say. But ultimately, Divas Championship match, Nikki Bella versus Paige. Nikki Bella is going to win. Now here we have the Intercontinental Championship match, Ryback versus The Big Show. And this match, definitely no offense to Ryback or The Big Show. I mean, Ryback's one of the better guys. Well, not better. He's one of the guys from way back when the Attitude Era, still around. And there's not many. I think there's like a few. But in Ryback, not the biggest Ryback fan, but hey, I can admit he's a decent athlete. But as I was going to say, though, this match to me is just probably going to suck. Legitly suck. A big man squash match, basically, is probably what it may be. But ultimately, though, when it comes to Intercontinental Championship, it is kind of nice, though, to see Ryback be a bigger part of the show now, since it's been how long since he's actually been relevant in any sense. I mean, no offense saying that, but it's true. Even though, again, I'm not the biggest fan of Ryback, but still. But ultimately, definitely, what's going to happen is they're not going to have Ryback drop the belt to Big Show. So ultimately, Ryback will retain and will win this match, aka the Intercontinental Championship match. So Ryback wins, simple as that. Now we have the Tag Team Championship match, New Day! Oh, that was so fucking loud. Whoops, I just realized that, but well. Versus the Primetime Players. And this match, I don't know. I've never really liked the Primetime Players that much. I mean, their promos are really good, on a sense. Or not really good, but their promos are smart. But ultimately, I just feel like the New Day is going to win this because the New Day, I don't even know if they're supposed to be heel or face. I think New Day are more heel because of some of the shit they've done. I mean, I do like the New Day too, so ultimately, though, I will say, though, that the New Day will most likely retain the Tag Team Championships. So my pick, I'm going for New Day, and yeah. Now, as for the next match, and I don't know for sure, I tried to look it up, and as far as I know, it's just the champion versus champion match. The U.S. title is not on the line as far as I know. But John Cena versus Kevin Owens. In this match, as yesterday, I've said in my Eliminated Chamber review, which is 2 weeks late, by the way, kind of surprised Kevin Owens did pick up the win. Kind of glad he prevailed. But yeah, well, not really glad. I'm just like, I'm just glad about the match in general because it was a good match. Especially in seeing some things, and again, Kevin Owens' reverse moveset, stuff like that, and John Cena, always John Cena, which I do respect John Cena. But honestly, here's what I say is going to happen. I mean, if it's for the U.S. Championship, and also if it's for the, if it's for the U.S. Championship, this will definitely happen. But for the most part, too, I'm assuming feud-wise, since they're probably going to have a third match most likely, it's going to be one-on-one. And when I say this, John Cena is definitely going to win because I don't think they're going to let him lose again at the pay-per-view, 2 pay-per-views in a row. But then again, you never know. But ultimately, my picks, I'm going for John Cena to win. And ultimately, though, too, if John Cena does win, just as another thing, it may not be clean. I'm going to assume here that Kevin Owens may or may not get himself disqualified as well. But you never know. If it's going to be clean, not clean, what's going to happen. But my pick, John Cena versus Kevin Owens, John Cena. Now we have the Money in the Bank ladder match, which has Roman Reigns, Kane, Dolph Ziggler, Kofi Kingston, Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Neville. And ultimately, when it comes to this match, I have a few picks here I'd like to win. I'd like to see Orton win again, I'd like to see Orton win it again. I'd like to see Ziggler possibly win it again. I'd like to see even Neville win it again. Kofi being in the match, I don't know if I said Kofi. Wait, let's run on the list in. Roman Reigns, Kane, Dolph Ziggler, Kofi, Randy Orton, Sheamus, Neville. Alright, had to run down the list of 7 again. But yeah, I mean, Kane being in it, I don't really understand. Then again, I kind of do. They don't want Roman Reigns to get it. My picks probably, though, like I said, I want to win to be like Orton, Ziggler, or Neville. But, I most likely know that's not going to happen. And the person, to me, most likely that's going to win here is Roman Reigns. Why? Because there's 2 choices, and I'll get more on that. Well, actually, no. There's two possibilities that might happen, but I doubt the second one will. And here's what I'm going to say. My most probable one at this moment will be Roman Reigns will probably win Money in the Bank. And with Brock Lesnar returning, it's definitely going to be probably Seth Rollins will still have to have the championship. And by the time SummerSlam rolls around, probably Brock versus Seth Rollins, since Brock never got his rematch, blah blah blah, all of this. And as we all know what happened the night after WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar tore the place up. But yeah, as I was going to say, Roman Reigns will probably win the Money in the Bank match. Seth Rollins will probably most likely be champion by the end of the night. And it'll just set a feud up for SummerSlam. And I'm assuming it may or may. I'm trying to think here. And I'm assuming it may be either a triple threat, possibly at SummerSlam, which would be Roman Reigns, Rollins, and Brock, or even a fatal 4-way if you throw Dean Ambrose in them, but I doubt it. But even with that too, I don't know. Here's what I'm saying. Roman Reigns is probably, here's short terms to put that down. Roman Reigns is probably going to win the Money in the Bank match. The feud with Brock and Rollins is probably going to continue, since Brock again didn't get his rematch clause. And I'm still going to assume there's going to be some kind of feud between Roman Reigns and Rollins, especially if Rollins walks out champion at the end of the night. That's the best way to put it. So, as for the Money in the Bank ladder match, Roman Reigns wins. That's my prediction. Now, as for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, we got, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship ladder match. And can I just say, does it seem like WWE has been wanting to duplicate matches a lot lately? Because Elimination Chamber, there's 2 Elimination Chamber matches, and here on Money in the Bank, there's 2 ladder matches. Drawing connection? No, probably not. But, which I really don't understand why they want to duplicate matches, but I can understand why. I mean, if they're going to do a ladder match, they could have done a TLC match or something in that format. But yeah, but as for my prediction for this match, I mean, Dean Ambrose, I kind of want him to win, but as I see it, Seth Rollins is most likely going to win. So Seth Rollins wins the ladder match because most likely the Authority is going to get involved, unless we see a Triple H turn. Or unless we see Triple H turn on Rollins or something like that, which probably will happen, but not Money in the Bank. But as for my second though, possibility with Roman Reigns winning too, I could also see a Roman Reigns heel turn. Well, not me, but it's possible. But just an idea for thought too. If Roman Reigns does win the Money in the Bank match and Dean Ambrose does become champion, I could see a Roman Reigns heel turn possibly happening. Honestly. And then, of course, it'll set up Rollins and Brock at SummerSlam more. But, honestly, again, as I said, Roman Reigns will win the Money in the Bank. And Rollins, as I said, will win. Well, not will win, but will retain the World Heavyweight Championship. Simple as that. And that's really all for these predictions. I mean, again, everything you guys need to know is down in the description of the video, as it always is. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. And really, until next time, rockers, live free and rock.